Dave, first, just when you look at the last series, first game, and honestly the last back end of that road trip as well, the offense was a little bit limited. How did you see things really just kind of turn around and take off in the last two games, and how do you hope to continue to build off of that?
I think it's good being back home. I think just that first night back, we got in late. I think guys were gassed. It was good to see us reset the last couple games of the series, and it seems like we got our win back, feet under us. I've got a couple guys down today, just kind of the effect of the road trip and then the series we just had, the heat. So I feel good about the guys running out there, but just kind of managing the workload. But offensively, up and down lineup, I feel good.
When you look at the starting rotation, and you guys, the team ERA, or the starting pitching ERA right now is 2.7. When you those are historic numbers, considering kind of these are guys that, maybe weren't the highest on the radar when it comes to names, and what does it say to you about just what the rotation has been providing and how they've been able to have this success?
Each guy's been different. Obviously, the rotation right now is completely different than what we'd anticipated coming into the season. And guys like Tyler specifically have really stepped up as far as performing, giving us length, and his just kind of focus and preparation and compete is next level. It's really impressive. And he's also a very good pitcher. And with Andrew, he's been in and out right now. I think he's throwing the baseball really well, and so we expect a good one from him tonight. And all the other guys, just kind of been picking up the other guys. So regardless of who has to take starts, who has to carry us one day. Yesterday we had a short outing after Fergie opened, but we still found a way to get through it. So right now that's kind of the mindset, and get overall production from the starting pitchers, it's pretty impressive, yeah.
Is Tony any closer to getting off the mound yet?
Tommy's going to throw
Tony.
Tony, not really. He went out to 90 feet today, so I think, until we get him out to 150, I don't see him, that conversation being really relevant.
Doc, 1 month from today, the regular season, has 29 games to go, obviously with a massive lead. What's important for the Dodgers to accomplish over this next month?
I think it's twofold. I think one part of it is obviously we're trying to win as many games as we can, and from the pitching and position player side, not kind of redlining guys, keeping guys sharp and fresh, all the while still trying to win every game. And then on the other part of it is not worrying about the standings and just kind of stay in the moment, just worry about today. And I think that's probably one of the strengths of our ball club.
Does total wins matter to you? Is that historic numbers? Is that important to you?
I think from the outset we're trying to win a World Series, and whatever we can do, we're putting ourselves in that position right now. Having that mindset of winning every day has put us in a position to kind of win a lot of ball games, but I don't think it's at the forefront of our minds. If it happens, great, but it's all for naught if we don't win the World Series this year.
So, similar to the rotation, just how different has this bullpen ended up looking than what you probably would have imagined it, coming into the year or even early in the year with some of the guys you've had to lean on?
It's as we speak today, it's a lot different. Fortunately, we got Blake back. Craig's there, Brusdar's not there, Kahnle's not here, we got Fergie and Vesia, but it looks a lot different than what we'd anticipated. But I think in any season you go into it knowing that there's going to be things that are unforeseen, and you've got to be able to weather them and manage them, and I think we do a really good job of that.
What has it kind of told you about that group, the way you've had different guys step up, kind of getting to the way you guys have been?
I'll give Josh Bart a lot of credit. The bullpen coach, he's got a great culture down there. Those guys are as accountable as anybody that we have. They don't care about roles. We've pitched Craig in the 8th, we've pitched him in games where it's non-save, and we've used other guys in low leverage or high leverage, and we've kind of mixed and matched. And that speaks to kind of the mindset, the culture of those guys down the bullpen. So it's made my job a lot easier. and it's made it more fun. And I think that having kind of these guys be on board allowed for some poor performance too.
Has this year been a good example of the way you guys can take undervalued guys and figure out how to, help them improve and emphasize some of their strengths to where, you have a group?
I think it's obviously, I think this is, as far as injuries, it's trying the years I can remember, maybe 16, the first year I was here. But our baseball ops guys do a great job of finding those guys and trying to capture some upside. This has just kind of shown itself more because of, unfortunately, a lot of the injuries we've had.
How are Brusdar, and you mentioned just Tommy kind of briefly, how are they continuing to progress?
Tommy's going to throw tomorrow. He's doing really well. We exchanged texts. We're on a good little group thread together. He feels good. And then Brusdar feels really good. I think he should be getting off a mound soon. His catch play was good, pain-free. And then Yency yesterday from his bullpen felt good, so he'll be back on the mound, I think, tomorrow and use his entire pitch mix. And so hopefully he'll be back soon as well.
For Yency, is the plan rehab assignment or probably a sim game just due to timing?
I think I feel good with Brusdar coming back with us with Yency. Depending on when it is, it might be some rehab, couple games to kind of get him back into live competition.
Any chance Gavin plays in this series?
No chance he'll play in this series. I think we're still, I'll leave it at that. He won't play in this series.